What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel once again. Today, I'm going to be covering the new Linkin Park album, From Zero, because as of November 15th, 2024, it just came out today. I listened to it this morning once I got up, and I figured I'd talk a little bit about it based on my first impressions of this album and kind of how I feel about this new era of the band. Now, I will say, upon the first listen, I do like the album. I think it is good, but my main issue with this is that the sound isn't super consistent, and I think that's because this album is trying to almost like pay tribute to the past career of Linkin Park with Chester Bennington, and so they're kind of like doing all kinds of different songs. Like, let's say Casualty and Two-Face are two really heavy hitters. Sound like straight out of like Hybrid Theory, and say like The Emptiness Machine, Heavy as the Crown, both sound like they could have been off like Minutes to Midnight or like The Hunting Party. Over Each Other sounds straight out of One More Light, like a B-side to that album. Same with songs like Stained and Overflow, and I Gave You Everything I Had is pretty good too. Good Things Go is another like kind of poppy song to round out the album. But yeah, it's just the fact that it kind of like you see how I have like every other song saved on this album. It kind of weaves in between like, okay, we got one rock song and then we got a pop track, and then we got another rock song and then we got like a pop track, but it's got some guitars in it, and then there's another heavy song, and then it just weaves in and out, and I don't really like that. But at the same time, if they also tried to do like, oh, the first half of the album is going to be all the heavy songs, and then the second half is going to be all the pop songs, then it would feel like two halves of like, it would feel like two separate EPs that they jumbled together to make an album. So I'm just being kind of nitpicky, but I mean, I would say there are, besides the intro, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs. I like half this album, and I think that's pretty good. Again, I've only listened to it one time, so I'm not like super familiar with all these songs yet. But the immediate standout track to me is Two-Faced. This song sounds like it's straight out of Hybrid Theory, and I absolutely love it. Considering that Hybrid Theory is like one of my favorite albums ever made, but like, you know. But other than that, I think Emily Armstrong sounds really good as the new singer. I think she sounds good. Her screams are really good, especially on songs like Heavy as the Crown or Casualty, or even Two-Face at the end. Where like Two-Face sounds like, actually, it straight up just sounds like a spiritual successor to One Step Closer, which some people probably will nitpick it for that and say like, oh, it's unoriginal, but I like it. It's a fun track. And yeah, the rest of the songs are just, I think they're good songs. They're just not what I'd really go out of my way to listen to all the time. Like Over Each Other, I can admit that it is a good song. It's pretty catchy now. I've heard it a few times since it came out as a single, but I don't have it saved because this is just not the kind of song I would really like go out of my way to listen to. If I'm listening to the whole album, I won't skip it, but I'm not going to put it in any of my playlists. And it's kind of how I feel about a good chunk of this album. But the rest of them I like a lot, and they're going to stay in rotation for me. And say I'd give this album like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's pretty solid. It has room to grow, of course, and it definitely leaves me excited to see what Linkin Park does next. Are they going to continue in kind of a more poppy direction that they did on One More Light? Are they going to go back to their roots and do some really heavy stuff like they did in their first couple albums? Or are they going to continue with this and just do a jumbled mess of all their different sounds and ideas that they've had over their career, which I'd also be fine with. But yeah, that's really about all I have to say about this new Linkin Park album, and yeah, I will catch you later. See you.